Between 1997 and 1998, the global economy lost $5.7 trillion. That single year destroyed more wealth than most modern armed conflicts. Ocean temperatures alone caused this damage. No market crash or geopolitical conflict required. To understand how water erases trillions of dollars, we have to look at the physics of the Pacific. Usually, equatorial trade winds push a concentrated mass of warm surface water westward toward Asia. During an El Niño event, those winds weaken. Without that constant aerodynamic pressure, the pent-up warm water rebounds eastward, colliding with the Americas. Moving a pool of heat this large across the globe cooks the atmosphere above it. This reroutes the global jet stream and overrides the standard operating procedures of weather systems worldwide. This shift in ocean currents dictates the stability of global markets for the following year. The first signs of this instability appear in the grocery aisle. Food is an inelastic demand. Humans have to eat, regardless of what it costs. Even a minor deficit in agricultural output forces consumers to bid against each other, driving disproportionate price surges. Current financial models project that a severe El Niño event risks $342 billion in global agribusiness production. This chart shows the anatomy of that $342 billion risk. Simultaneous hits across growing regions could trigger 50 to 100% price spikes for crops like coffee, cocoa, and rice. Growing the crops is only the first challenge. If extreme weather destroys the harvest, the secondary bottleneck is physically transporting whatever survived. During the 2023 Central American drought, water levels dropped so severely that the Panama Canal had to slash daily transits from 36 vessels down to 24. This creates a compound fracture in global trade. The climate shift strangles the creation of raw materials and chokes the networks required to move them. This oceanic current acts as a violent reshuffling of regional weather advantages. While some regions flood, Southeast Asia and Australia suffer through extended droughts, crippling their wheat and rice production. Simultaneously, the Americas receive a massive influx of rain. This precipitation acts as a geographic lottery ticket, driving a yield increase of up to 5% in U.S. and Brazilian soybean production. The drought extends past the soil. Entire power grids fail as hydroelectric dams, like those in Zambia, sit idle above dried riverbeds. El Niño effectively reallocates global wealth based on geography. We possess the satellite networks and deep ocean buoys to know exactly how and when this event will strike, yet we are consistently caught off guard. This failure is psychological, not meteorological. The true obstacle is the normalcy bias. Human brains instinctively rely on inductive thinking, expecting the future to look like our most frequent past experiences. We dismiss deductive data about predictable future anomalies because it violates our immediate sense of routine. In boardrooms, this cognitive flaw encourages short-termism. Leaders use the tiny margin of error in a weather forecast as permission to delay expensive necessary preparations. Rather than using a 6-month early warning window to lock in alternative suppliers, organizations wait until the shock is undeniable. They react impulsively when it is already too late. Our models work perfectly. The crisis happens because our institutions are run by human brains hardwired to reject the reality of predictable catastrophes. This psychological blind spot is being tested today. According to NOAA and the World Meteorological Organization, a new cycle is already forming in the Pacific. Forecasts indicate a 90% certainty that this system will escalate into a strong event through the winter of 2026 and 2027. Organizations that act on this data now can secure alternative sourcing before their competitors realize the window has closed. In a volatile climate, preparation is a direct market advantage. A multi-trillion-dollar force of nature is currently brewing in the Pacific, but whether it results in a global disaster depends entirely on the human mind.